Today's lesson is on unit rates. Our focus question: how can you identify a rate? How can unit rates help you solve problems? So the first thing we need to look at is a unit rate. A rate is a ratio that compares quantities measured in different units. A unit rate is the rate for 1 unit of a given quantity. When a unit rate is written as a fraction, the denominator is 1 unit. The 1 in a unit rate is read as per. If a car travels 120 miles on 4 gallons of gasoline, then the rate is 120 miles for every 4 gallons. The unit rate is 30 miles for 1 gallon, or 30 miles per gallon. Our first example: a lobster molts or sheds its shell 20 times over a period of 5 years. How many times per year does the lobster molt? So let's set this up. How many times per year, which means year has to go in my denominator. So it's molting 20 times over a period of 5 years. When I simplify that, 20 and 5 are both divisible by 5. So 20 divided by 5 is 4, which gives me 4 times for 1 year. Or we can write it as 4 times per year. I want you to try example 2. Find the unit rate for 219 heartbeats in 3 minutes. For this example, I did 219 heartbeats divided by 3 minutes, gave me 73 heartbeats per minute. For our next slide, we're looking at a unit price. A unit price is a unit rate that gives the price of one item or the price per item. So let's look at the rate first. We have $25 for 4 tickets, and that is giving us a rate. The unit price is $6.25 for 1 ticket. Here we divided 4 into 25. We divided 25 by 4, and we got $6.25 per ticket. Our next example: your class is tie-dyeing t-shirts to sell for a fundraiser. You are in charge of buying the plain t-shirts. Which package is the best buy and which package is the worst buy? So the first thing you're going to have to do is find the unit price for each of the 4 shirts. So I'm going to let you do that right now. I calculated the unit rates for each of the 4 shirts. I got $3.40 for the first shirt for the first one, $3.15 for the second, $2.90 per shirt for the third, and $3.25 per shirt for the 4th shirt. So, which is the best buy? The best buy is the 10 shirts for $29.90, excuse me. And the worst buy was the 8 shirts for $27.20. The last example. Here's another way to use unit rate. Astronauts have different nutritional needs in space than on Earth. An astronaut's diet contains 18 milligrams of iron for 2 days. How many milligrams of iron should the astronaut's diet contain for 9 days? So let's find the unit rate first. So we have 18 milligrams for 2 days. Which the unit rate for that would be 9 milligrams per day. And I want to find out how much he should have for 9 days, so I'm going to multiply. So 9 milligrams for 1 day, and I want to know how many he needs for 9 days. My days simplified here, and I'm left with 81 milligrams. Now, on this here, some of you, as soon as you found out the 9 milligrams per day, a lot of you probably just then multiplied by 9. But I wanted to show it here, 9 milligrams per day times 9 days, to show that the unit days simplified, and we were left simply with 81 milligrams. Okay? But let's think. How else could we have solved this problem? What I want you to do is have an answer for me tomorrow. So write that down on your notes or on example 4. How else could you have solved this problem using the method we've already discussed this year? And now I want to go back to the focus questions. How can you identify a rate? When I look for identifying a rate, I usually look for 2 units. Here we were comparing the price to the number of shirts. With the gasoline, we were doing miles and gallons. With the tickets, we were doing price per tickets, heartbeats and minutes. With the shells, number of times for years. So there's a lot of things we can do using unit rates. That's the end of our lesson today. Have a great day.